Hi, my name is Vlad, and I'm with School in Q. So in today's video, we're gonna talk a little bit about creating a static website using technologies such as Amazon S3 and Amazon Road 53. I'm gonna go through the steps necessary to create static websites. First of all, I'm gonna say a few words about Schooling Q. So Schooling Q is really a new and innovative way to online learning. Unlike scripted courses or online universities or college, all of this experience is real. It wasn't staged. It wasn't specifically prepared. As a matter of fact, I'm just going through this with you right now. So obviously, it's not going to be high quality video, but at least you'll get a feel of what it is like to work on projects like this. And I'm going to talk more about Schooling Q in my next videos, but for now, let's just go into that. So first of all, what is static website? Static website, as it stands from the name, is contrast to the dynamic website. It generally means that the content of the website is static. It's literally some sort of HTML files, maybe images that could not be interacted with, um, and that couldn't be edited. There is no what's called the back end part of it. So that means that, for example, users couldn't submit any kind of forms that will be sent to the website and stored in a database. That would be attributes of the dynamic website, and we're gonna go through that in our next video when we talk about Python and other programming languages. We're gonna talk more about databases and programming websites. But in this video, I'm just gonna go you a very quick overview, very quick idea on how can almost anyone create static website. So put some information, put some images, put some graphics on the website, get a domain name for it, and that costs you almost nothing if you using Amazon Web Services. So specifically, we're going to use Amazon S3, which is their Amazon service used for storing files in the cloud, and we're going to use Road 53, which is Amazon's essentially DNS service. What DNS really stands for is it's a service that will basically allow you to buy this shiny domains that you see everywhere. So, for example, I just recently used Road 53 service from Amazon to purchase my domain, which is called schoolinq.com. And as you can see here, I have schoolinq.com domain registered on there with Road 53. And if I actually go to this address here, it will hopefully open my static website. I just put some static information here for now. I used one of their students of Schooling Q to help me with this, and at the same time work on the HTML skills. So we can ignore all of this text for now. What really matters is that the result of this exercise was that we have this website right here, and when you open it, you can see content like this, but like this HTML page. So how does it work? First of all, let's go to their local machine here and see where the files are at. I'm using Terminal, um, which is their program used to access command line on Mac. And in Terminal, I'm just gonna quickly run my text editor, which is in this case Sublime, to show you what I have in this directory here. So I'm currently in this directory, which is called School in Q. I have a bunch of files here. This is actually one of the older files that I have from my previous exercise when I was talking about installing Python. So we don't really need that, and I can safely just delete this file. Index.html along with media folders and some JavaScript, fonts, and CSS is what was created by another student of SchoolInQ, and it contains some code that basically renders this web page here. So right now, as you can see, this content is on my local computer. It's in this folder. I can make some changes. For example, I can make some fixes to the text. Again, for example, I don't like this text here. I can fix it to gain real experience skills. I don't like cheaper. I'm gonna say learn I'm gonna say that. Okay, so that's gonna change the title of the website right here. Another thing that we did recently was we were running local Python server, and we're gonna try to do just that. I think I should have stored command for this here. So it's Python version 3, and then we're gonna run local server. What it does is opens the website on the local page, on the local host, and we can see results. We can see that the text was changed indeed. So next thing we need to do is we need to create S3 bucket. I already created one. It's called. It's important that this bucket should be called exactly as the domain name that you're gonna bind it to. So in our case, it's called schoolinq.com. And what we need to do is we need to upload the files that we have in this folder. So all of these files, so we need to upload them into this bucket. So, we're gonna do just that. We're just gonna hit upload. And as you can see, I'm right now on Amazon S3. Amazon S3 page, and I'm just gonna upload all of these files really quick. Basically, just drag and drop them here. We're gonna go next. We're gonna make sure that we grant public read access to this file. Next. And I'm gonna change any default settings about accessibility. That basically sets up how redundant this information is going to be stored, how quickly it can be accessed. Let's keep everything default and not bother with this for now. So next thing we're going to do is we're just going to hit upload, and we're going to upload all these files. That file is old Python file that I showed you previously. We don't really need that, so we can just go ahead and delete it. There we go. Action, delete. Bum. Done. So now on this folder, we have everything that we need for this website. We have CSS folder, fonts, JavaScript, and index HTML. The next thing we want to do is we're going to go to the properties, and we need to click on this static website hosting. What it will allow you to do is will allow you to create the endpoint, so accessible URL, accessible link for just that packet that you can access, and you can browse this website even without having domain. So let's say if we wouldn't have this domain purchase, if we wouldn't have schoolinq.com purchase, which is done through Route 53, we can still access this website through this link. And all we need to do here is we need to type in the file that really exists. Okay. And it doesn't work. Let's see why. Yes, the reason is that we don't have permission for that. HTML is correct. Make public. Try this again. There we go. Well, the problem before was that we didn't set all these files as public when we were uploading them. So what we have now is we can have access to this website through this link. As you can see, this link is unique for your bucket. Your bucket name is schoolinq, and it gives you this unique name that you can use from anywhere. And if you're happy with this type of URL, you can just keep it like this. There is no need to buy actual Route 53 domain, which costs you another $12 or so for com domain. So you can just use that. And if you want to have something nicer like schoolinq.com, then the next thing you need to do is you actually need to connect that S3 bucket to your actual DNS record. And we're going to go into that in next steps. So now what's important is that the site works, and as you can see, information, this website was already updated. That is still old version of the site that I have opened. The next thing we're going to do is we open Route 53, which is a kind of DNS management software from Amazon, and you go into this domain that you previously purchased here. It costs about $12, I think, or 12 or maybe $10 to purchase a .com domain. So I already did this. It takes about half an hour for that domain to actually register. And next thing you want to do is you need to set up so-called records, so that specific type of request for this domain will be redirected to specific resources. The first record that you need to do is this one. It's called type A record. And what you do here is you just select this S3 bucket that you already have right here as an alias target. You set it as an alias, and you set up this S3 bucket endpoint. So once again, you look into that and you set up this as an alias for your S3 bucket. That's why it's really important to have your bucket name to be similar, not similar, but exactly identical to your domain. I actually ran into this problem sometime before when I tried to set it, and the bucket name was different. It just didn't show. It just didn't give me this option to connect this to my S3. And when I contacted Amazon support, they informed me that has to be exactly similar to S3 bucket name, which is kind of not a big deal, but it's something that you kind of need to know because it's counterintuitive. And once you create a bucket, you actually, I think, you can't really rename it. So good to know. Okay, so you set up that. The next thing you want to probably do is you can set www alias, which is going to be just an alias uh, for the a record. So when somebody's typing www, it just shoots him to schoolinq.com. So then you just save that, and that's it. Pretty much almost immediately, you should see the results. So now you go to schoolinq.com. You can actually, there we go. You can actually see updated HTML. Yeah, it's a new one. So this is pretty much it for this lesson. In next lessons, we're going to go through a lot of other topics, how to host your code on GitHub and why you should be hosting your code on GitHub. We'll also start adding more dynamic features to this website, like registration, sign up, waiting lists, adding payments through the Stripe, so that every one of you who following these guidelines will be able to create their own website, start their own online business, or learn some skills that are necessary for starting your IT career. But that's pretty much it for today. Thank you so much. Once again, this is School in Q. My name is Vlad. Thanks for watching.